This happened in Paris, a Chinese tourist group hogging the photo spot. After he was called out, they started getting into a confrontation, and eventually this woman started to show everybody a Chinese flag on her phone. It looks like they're mute, but it doesn't excuse the behaviors. Look, this is another case of brainwashing gone wrong. It turns out that nobody actually cares if you're from China or from any other country. It's called mannerism. And like I mentioned, they seem to be disabled, but just because of that fact doesn't excuse their behavior. And it doesn't mean they get special privileges, especially the way that she's acting and her friend or loved one was acting, just showing the flag around. Here's another case of blatant brainwashing. Not sure if this happened in China or outside of China.
Hello， 咱们是哪来玩的？咱们是哪来的？啊，没事，就是那个啥，高市早苗最近有点装逼，你告诉他钓鱼岛是中国的啊。行，吃吧。
But this man filming approached a Korean person eating, and he speaks Chinese the entire time to him, believing that he's actually Japanese. And then he berates him by saying that Sanae Takaichi, the Japanese prime minister, is too arrogant these days. And the dude filming clearly doesn't understand Korean, which is the man who's trying to tell him he doesn't speak Chinese. And then he isn't even cultured enough to distinguish Korean letters with Japanese people. I guess Asians can't even tell the difference. Just kidding. But jokes aside, the man was speaking Korean, he's wearing a shirt that has Koreans on it, writings on it, he's not Japanese, and I just don't understand. Well, today's episode is called Farming Presence or Main Character Syndrome because it's a term the Chinese internet uses. It's called 刷存在感, which whenever somebody just feels like they always need to act like the main character because the good old big Chinese government is behind them.
What is China doing at the World Cup?
Nothing.
China is everywhere in the game.
Except playing.
Ma Ning is the only head referee from China at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And Chinese people are joking, he will be the strictest and fairest referee at the World Cup. Guess why?
Because China didn't make it.
Paul March Labubu got all the attention at the opening ceremony. The tournament is built by Chinese company Lenovo. They are powering an AI system.
This is like that one meme of the guy in the corner at a party. He's like, they don't know about the Chinese contribution to the World Cup, Lenovo and Labubu. This main character syndrome isn't developed by the common understanding that say, the Japanese people are the most polite, the French have great cuisine and culture, Taiwan is the better China. Like these kind of common understandings. The main character syndrome developed in mainland China is purely because of the propaganda. They're told to believe this way so that when they go outside, they think that this is actually the truth. One caveat to this is, which I will admit, is that currently the terrible brainwashing and propaganda campaigns don't really work well on people in mainland China. They don't buy it. Take this recent propaganda film. It's called a main melody film because it's basically a state-sanctioned propaganda film that happens yearly, which is directed by a big-time director in China with a bunch of A-listers in China that play the roles, and it's supposed to tell a story about the CCP whitewashing and painting it quite well. And this year's film is called Catch the Spy. Great name, right? Its official English translation for the film is called I Know Who You Are. It flopped hard. Even amidst the top celebrities endorsing this film, star powers in the film. Recently, one of the celebrity that was endorsing it is famous singer Han Hong.
咱北京的兄弟姐们儿，爷们娘们儿，能不能给走个面儿？走个面儿，走个面儿。
She's practically begging people in Beijing to go see it, and it even became a meme after what she said.
诵走个面儿，作者韩红。咱北京的兄弟姐们儿。 爷们儿、娘们儿，能不能给走个面儿？
我今天来给韩红老师走个面儿啊，走个面儿。电影票那个抓特务的那个有是吧
12点50。
是这样，你能不能给我个面儿？我现在兜里没有钱，我想免费进一下电影院。 然后给韩红老师走个面。
他不是个人老板呢，这个老板有全国统一的。
全国统一免费不了是吧？
对，
走不了面呗。
不是说跟面子没有关系，我说的不算。
So internet users refuse to give the support to a bad film just because Hung Hong said go support it. But the point is here, like these films are so outrageously bad because the plot's bad, writing's bad, the acting in it is pretty bad. Because the goal is to portray the beauty of the CCP, right? It's so unrealistic and nobody watches them anymore in China because a few years ago they were promised, a glorious sort of, because the films are supposed to reflect current society or it's supposed to sort of advance some sort of a narrative talking about the world, right? But these films, they're just blatant propaganda. And so it's either painting in a subtle way, very directly, but subtle, or sometimes it's just a full-blown ass-kissing film. Either way, people are just kind of tired of it, right? Especially because Chinese consumption is just not good. So if you're going to go see a film between, say, Toy Story 5 versus this random spy-catching film, it's like, people are going to want a time of entertainment, not political brainwashing. Plus, the next year is going to be super tough for many people living inside China who may unknowingly be shaming the CCP, thus leading to their arrest. I previously covered this news about a law that's going into effect in China. It's called ethnic unity. Basically, starting on July 1st, if you criticize the Chinese government, whether you intentionally or unintentionally, and if you're a Chinese national or a foreign national, it doesn't matter, you could technically be arrested for it. Now, you might even not know that you criticize China, because the truth is nobody really knows where the red lines or the sensitive sort of boundaries are. And you never explicitly said anything about the CCP, but say if you happen to say I support Taiwan or Taiwan is a country, that's breaking the ethnic unity law. Now, if you are of Chinese descent, whether you wanted it or not, the law groups you as ethnic Chinese. So if you happen to criticize China and thinking that I'm an American, I'm born here, I'm an American born Chinese, doesn't matter, you're out of luck. Because now apparently the CCP wants to even control speech in other countries too. As long as you look Chinese, you're a Chinese national, you can't escape this. So China Maxing, feeling Chinese today, you better not have said anything at all. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed the content, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you scared about this new law going into effect on July 1st? Let me know your thoughts. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.